Hi, I'm Destiny from Fate of Destiny, and for those of you guys who have seen a couple of my Roasted Nut Shoot videos, this is Devin Burge, who I met through the Roasted Nut Shoot. He is the owner of Reaper Tactical. So can you tell me a little bit more about Reaper for my friends here who haven't met you?
Sure can. Like yourself and most of your viewers here, we are firearms enthusiasts. We're a relatively new business. We're licensed as a manufacturer, and we specialize in the AR-15 rifles. We've been in business for about 3 years. We offer our own lower receivers, and we also do mostly custom builds for our customers. We are starting to get into some production rifle builds, however.
This definitely catches my attention. What's the story behind the wood furniture on this rifle?
This rifle is built on the very first receiver that we manufactured. You can see that this is serial number 1. I call this my A2 retro mod. I wanted to do something unique to kind of commemorate that first receiver. So I went with an M16 style build, and there's a company in California called Ironwood Designs that makes some fantastic walnut furniture that I refinished with a tung oil finish. And I did some small updates to the rifle. We have the Battle Arms Development Ambidextrous Safety Selector. One of my favorite charging handles, the Bravo Company Gunfighter Charging Handle. The Atlantic Research Marketing Systems 41B front fold down sight. And you featured them in one of your last videos, the Griffin Armament M4SD compensator.
Yeah, I recognize those. We mentioned some of your production work, but you do a whole lot of custom rifle work too, and I see you brought a couple of samples. Can I check them out?
Sure can.
So this guy looks like a pretty sweet SBR here.
Yep, we are a Class 2 manufacturer, which allows us to manufacture short-barreled rifles as well as short-barrel shotguns, suppressors, and machine guns. Right now, we mostly just do short-barreled rifles and some machine guns for law enforcement. This one is a custom short-barreled rifle that I did for my partner and brother. It is a 11.5-inch barrel from Daniel Defense. We used a Geisley trigger, again the Battle Arms Development Safety Selector, Atlantic Research Marketing Systems front and rear fold down sights. We have the Trijicon SRS reflex optic. It's a great lightweight short rifle for close quarters use and range fun.
This compensator looks familiar.
Yes, you'll see those, quite a few of those on my rifles. Again, that's the Griffin Armament compensator, another Wisconsin manufacturer that makes a fantastic product.
Well, let's check out this other build you have here. What caught my eye was the rails on this one, because I have a lightweight build at home, and I'm pretty sure the rail system on this one would be lighter, more effective for that goal.
This rail again is from another great Wisconsin manufacturer, Midwest Industries. It's their Generation 2 SS free float rail. This is their 15-inch model. This rifle also uses a Daniel Defense barrel. It's an 18-inch barrel. And on the end here you'll see our bully brake that is manufactured by Overkill Customs, also here in Wisconsin. This is a fantastic brake. It features 3 variable baffles that make it functional for any caliber from 22 or 223 up to 30 caliber.
Very sweet. You do custom rifle work and you have some of your production line here, but I noticed that you also have some components out here.
Yes, we've been sourcing components that we can offer to our customers. One of the things we focus on is quality. I also like to focus on Wisconsin manufacturers, as you can see by a lot of the products that I use. Wisconsin has a fantastic firearms industry and some nice quality manufacturers. In the front here, you'll see our sling loop end plates. These are machined for us by a machine shop in Stevens Point.
Ah, so another Wisconsin-based.
Yes, they are cut on a water jet. They're stainless steel, and he manufactures those pretty much in his free time. In front of these are our bolt carrier groups. We use M16 style carriers. That adds a little bit of weight to the action, which in a carbine rifle is going to help your cycling and the overall function of the rifle. We use bolts from Continental Machining Tool. They are Carpenter 158 steel. They are shot peened. We do offer them in both non-tested and high pressure and magnetic particle tested versions.
As a female shooter, I have to say this caught my eye because I like seeing products geared toward women, but purple is one of my favorite colors, and I really don't like a whole lot of pink. I think I own like maybe 2 pink clothing articles, which for a girl, that's, you know, saying something. So what's the story on this?
I'm a big supporter of getting more and more women involved in shooting, and I actually feel that it's somewhat of an insult for women to see companies only offering pink. This handgun actually belongs to my better half. She wanted a handgun that was feminine, but also wasn't pink. So we've been playing around with some custom coloring. This receiver was actually dyed. It did start out as the pink receiver that's available through Walter, limited edition. But we were able to get that to dye into a nice deep purple, and it made for a really nice looking firearm.
It's flashy, I like it. Well, without further ado, I'm pretty sure having custom rifle builds in front of me means we need to go hit the rifle range.
I agree.
I was a little bit slow to want to fire this just because it looks really nice and I wouldn't want to mar it up at all. But Devin assured me that this is not a safe queen and it's a darn good shooter. I'm about to find out.
Going hot. And we're out.
Yeah, I'd have to agree, a darn good shooter.